The Guarini Institute hosted a minimum wage panel last night that featured Assemblywoman Annette Chaparro, Assemblyman Nick Chiaravalloti, North Bergen Mayor / State Senator Nick Sacco, former Bogota Mayor Steve Lonegan, among a few others, in a lengthy discussion that also featured questions from the crowd. Chaparro, who said she's worked at a number of minimum wage jobs, stated that the cost of living in her legislative district is a perfect example of why the minimum wage needs to be gradually raised to $15 an hour.
Cost of living here is expensive. Rent for one bedroom in my district is $2,000. Rent in Nebraska is $500. So obviously the argument is going to be different in two different states. But I don't think we're gradually bringing the minimum wage up to $15. Right now we're going to bring it to $10.10. That's not so much. And if you start a business, I recall that if you needed to do a small business, if you're going to do a business plan, if you're going to get money, you have to figure out everything. I can't imagine that paying someone an extra $1.72 an hour is going to shut your business down.
Lonegan, who recently served as the New Jersey state chairman for the Ted Cruz for President campaign, quickly got into a war of words with former state senator and assemblyman Gordon McInnes over what raising the minimum wage will actually accomplish.
Why don't we go right to $25 an hour? Because we can eliminate all poverty, right? Let's go to $25 an hour and get it over with. Everybody do it great, we'll all be rich.
Well, you want to make
that recommendation,
I'll make that recommendation. Brothers,
let's
financing your effort. Go ahead. I don't think they'll buy it, Mr. Lonegan.
I think we should put it out there because you know what? Somebody came up with this number of $15 an hour. It's kind of arbitrary. Why not make it $25 an hour?
No, it's not too arbitrary. If you work 2,000 hours a year and you make $15, your gross income is $30,000 before deductions.
$30,000. You like that number. You like that number. $30,000.
Well, $30,000. By the way, that's below the median.
Michele Siekerka, the New Jersey Business and Industry Association president and CEO, agree with Lonegan that $15 an hour is an arbitrary number for minimum wage.
$15 is an arbitrary number. It's a good soundbite. Fight for 15. We've gotten that at the national level, okay? But if you want to talk about survivability, $15 doesn't do it in New Jersey. We have an affordability issue in the state of New Jersey. If we just talk one side of the balance sheet for the state's economy of increasing wages and not talk about addressing true affordability, reform on property tax, which is the issue that the Assemblywoman is talking about. You know, if you want to talk about increasing costs, we have decreasing expense in New Jersey. We got to go to the things that are driving up costs. Why is rent so expensive? Okay, it's so expensive because it's built on property tax, and that's how we fund education. So we must have comprehensive discussions, not one side of the balance sheet on New Jersey's economy.
She later added that a study in Seattle, where the minimum wage is currently $11 an hour, has improved quality of life for some workers, but has done nothing to create more jobs and has therefore done nothing to resolve bigger picture issues. When asked if he believes raising the minimum wage would help close the gender gap, Sacco said the issue goes far beyond that.
Will the minimum wage make this difference? I guess on the lowest level at $15, everyone will be paid the same, man or woman. However, but the issue goes much beyond that at this day and age, that women can be treated differently in the workplace and receive less money for the same job. It's just incomprehensible that that's the case. The minimum wage may not change that, because that's attitudinal, and it may take more lawsuits to correct it.
Later adding that cuts in municipal aid across the state under Governor Chris Christie, including a loss of $7 million in North Bergen's budget, have dramatically hurt the economy, Lonegan responded that most NJ municipalities don't have the luxury of receiving state aid. As a result, those municipalities don't have seasonal employees.
Quite impressed to hear about the $7 million my friend Mayor Sacco got, because as the mayor of Bogota, I got zero. See, towns like Bogota and others get no state aid.
Small little town.
Small little town, the best model there is for running government. And the big cities in New Jersey need lots of state aid. And the state aid that goes to these big cities like Jersey City, so they can have the luxury of giving out $15 an hour minimum wages, comes from the taxpayers in the suburbs and small communities, as well as others. But no, the vast majority of towns in New Jersey don't get any state aid. So we balance our budget through hard work. And we eliminate things when we can't afford them, like summer jobs, like DPW high school jobs. But this isn't about local government. Again, it's about the businesses in New Jersey that we do not have today, that don't exist, and go down any of the small towns like I just mentioned and see all the empty stores and empty buildings, because they're all over the place.
During the question and answer session with the audience, Siekerka said that nonprofits cannot afford to pay their workers $15 an hour minimum wages, affecting health and human services in their communities. Additionally, Alexander Roubian, who owns and operates a gluten-free/vegan food technology and manufacturing company in Hawthorne, became annoyed when the panel could not immediately answer why he should keep his business in New Jersey.
Why would I stay in New Jersey as a long-term plan when I could go 45 minutes west to Pennsylvania, not have to worry about this bureaucracy, probably have to hire lawyers to figure the whole thing out, save, I've already calculated on reduction of just my rent and labor expenses in 2 years. If I moved there in 2 years, I would save $100,000. So why would I stay in New Jersey? And I'm a born and raised Jersey guy. I love my state. But what you guys are doing is forcing me to not hire New Jerseyans to go hire Pennsylvanians and then I'm going to go hire Mexicans? That doesn't make any sense. I think a couple of things. One, when you talk about the sticker machine, I hope that at the end of the day you'll be so successful that will dictate whether you need to move from manpower to automation, okay, by pure volume. And I can't give you an answer on why you would stay in New Jersey other than the fact that you like your employees, okay, you've trained them, you already have investment in them, you enjoy the community that you're operating in, and you're invested in your community, both not only economically, but personally.
I'm John Heides with the Hudson County View, the eye of the community.